This 2002 Toyota 4Runner is a legacy vehicle, a hobby vehicle, and argued and probably the most reliable, or if not one of the most reliable platforms Toyota has ever made. And even in its own platform, probably regarded the best platform or generation out of the entire Toyota years that the vehicle has been around. In 1996, this became its own platform, and ever since then, it's definitely changed the game for the SUVs in the 90s all the way up until now. And Toyota owners will argue that this is the best 4Runner that's ever been around, even arguing the 5th gen and all the options that the 5th gen has. This is probably regarded the most reliable. So that being said, I wanted to talk about owning this vehicle. Since I've owned it since last September, it hasn't even been a full year yet. When I got this vehicle or received it, everything in this vehicle was factory stock. The radio, the OE suspension, it needed some work. Not a lot, but things had to change with the vehicle. And if you've been following the channel for a long time, since when I first started, you'll know that I still have that 2001 Coyote swapped Mustang. Now that Mustang has taught me a lot with buying parts, because I went and spent money. I wasted a lot of money as well. Decisions, thinking I would like something, later changed my mind real quickly. Up until even very recently, I've kind of still suffered from that a little bit, because I jumped the gun a little bit on certain things and then realized what I really wanted was the first thing that I thought of. So the old saying, pay once, cry once. Save your money. Don't go out and just band-aid the part or band-aid the car or vehicle because you want a certain look and buy the cheaper mod that is the same look but just really shitty quality. Always save up and get the best part that is available for the quality and just the price as well. You're going to spend more for the better stuff. That's just a fact of owning a vehicle. The other thing that I've learned with this vehicle versus the Mustang, because the Mustang has had multiple engine swaps, 2 Coyote ones, multiple transmission swaps, exterior to interior, from switching out carbon fiber parts, seats, from hoods to bumpers. Everything on that car has probably been changed multiple times, at least if not once. So with this, one thing that I've had to learn is ordering stuff for the Toyota 4Runner. It takes a little bit longer to get here because the aftermarket world is not as big for the 3rd gen as it is for the Mustang. The Mustang is a much bigger platform and aftermarket world. With that being said, I have been patient buying parts, so I haven't had to make the decision to buy something again with this vehicle. I haven't had to replace it with something better or something else that I've liked. I've definitely taken my time. So I wanted to make just a quick little video on things you can avoid, probably 3 things that you can avoid when doing so with a vehicle like this for an overland or 4Runner build, or just any truck or car build that it applies to, but specifically for the 4Runner because that is what I own. The first thing is wheel tire combo setups. That's like the basic first mod that everybody goes with. This is a 265/70/17 with a Method race wheel, Toyo AT3 tires. Always do not go bigger than the vehicle can handle until you lift the vehicle. I was able to fit this on a stock suspension. It did rub a little bit when you would turn the wheel inside and out all the way. It rubbed the factory step rails. There's no evidence of it now because those have been replaced with the Victory 4x4s. So don't go bigger than the vehicle can handle at that point. Now that segues right into the second idea here is lift kits. Don't cheap out on lift kits. Make sure the lift kit you get is the one that you want, because just because you want to lift your vehicle for it to look better and you don't want to wait, definitely do your research on what lift kit, what you're going to use the vehicle for and how it rides. Ask questions. Always do your research before buying parts, and just don't cheap out on a lift kit. 3 inches, in my opinion, is perfect for this vehicle. It makes it look good. It's not super tall, but it's high enough off the ground and it looks really good. Still able to drive it on the road like a daily driver without any issues. And the third common thing that I see all the time has to do with the platform itself. If you're looking to get into one of these, I know these things can be expensive. The resale value by private party sale, a lot of people ask way too much for certain vehicles and some in their own right. Even the cleanest 4Runners I've seen are a little pricey in my opinion. It could depend on where you live and how the vehicle looks, the mods and all that good stuff. Always check underneath for rust. Luckily this vehicle never suffered from rust whatsoever. I made sure that I looked under it. I keep it clean as possible, and I try to avoid any of that. But when checking out one of these vehicles, or just any vehicle in particular, please check to see if it has any rust. Look underneath the vehicle for leaks, oil leaks, power steering leaks, any of that stuff. Because that, for this platform, rust was its like biggest kryptonite. Some of them, the body itself is great, but the frame itself is so rusted that there's no saving the vehicle. Maybe they can transfer the body over to a different frame or something, but these suffered greatly for this generation, even the Tacomas as well. So definitely those are 3 things to look for and try to avoid when modding one of these or buying one. So I hope this video helps anybody, or just if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for future content, of course, and the builds will continue to come. So I will see you guys later. Have a good one.